has shown that the tools of the scientific method, logic, reason and evidence, don't always lead to a better world. In 1865, Darwin's half-cousin, Francis Galton, took the logical step and applied Darwin's theory of natural selection to human beings. Using logic and reason, Galton came up with a theory called Eugenics, and the results were a bit worrying.
Galton's career is unimaginable without Darwin's work for seeing that he's directly inspired by The Origin of Species, and he's directly inspired because Darwin clearly implies that the theory applies to humans as much as it does to the animal and plant kingdom. And the problem is this, is that although evolution proceeds by natural selection, civilized society, civilization, negates natural selection. So Darwin says...
How does it?
Well, the sick, the lame, the feeble-minded, says Darwin, are protecting civilized society. And so Galton and eugenics is the solution to that, if you like. It's saying...
Which is not to care about them.
Not necessarily not to care about them, but certainly to restrict their breeding. Because otherwise, and Darwin explicitly recognises this in The Descent of Man, there's a danger that the unfit will outbreed the fit. And natural selection and the evolutionary process will go into reverse.
Galton tried to develop scientific techniques to identify the unwanted in society by their physical traits.
What he did is he went around collecting photographs of various types of criminals in the hope of being able to discover common physical traits between them.
And what are these photographs of?
These are the various different categories of criminal.
Of criminal?
He did this for racial groups as well. In 1885 he does a study of Jewish boys.
One chap who found such ideas particularly compelling was Adolf Hitler. David Stack runs a course called From Darwin to Death Camps. He believes the Nazis took Galton's ideas one step further, using them to justify the extermination of Jews.
Is there a direct line between Darwin, Galton and Hitler?
There's a direct line. Is Darwin responsible for what happens under the Nazis? No. Is there an intellectual connection? Then yes. Darwin removes the spirituality of mankind. He places man within nature. Once you do that, then you can begin to regard man as you regard animals and as you regard the plant kingdom.
You find very few good-minded liberal atheists arguing the case for eugenics these days. But why not? What's the matter, boys? Scientifically, it is, after all, very difficult to argue against. But something stops us clamouring for the compulsory sterilisation of mentally handicapped people. Something perhaps unscientific.